Las Vegas. This is the home of WrestleMania. Returns to one of the NFL Raiders. We now hosting the greatest are at Allegiant Stadium. Spectacle in all of live entertainment. And you are looking live in 50,000 inside Allegiant Stadium. Over WWE fans are expected tonight as Randy Orton hosted to witness history. We're closer to immortality. However, the American in a 15th World Championship nightmare, Cody Rhodes, he hopes to capitalize on over undisputed WWE champion. 20 years of history with Orton need his title. And knock off the Viper to retain. The stage is out. The WWE is set. The Stars Are Universe is loud. Let's go. At Allegiant, what a stadium! Well, good ones. Much sparring under this massive audience. Tag teams, 9 champions, over the champ, 1,700 days to wrestle. And again, heading in Mania. We got a rhythm in it. Early calling everybody, I'm Michael to WrestleMania. Yes, we are. The whole world is right there. We are ready. The world is ready, but don't let it. This is your 20th to go without saying Michael Cole this time calling the great from this desk. 25, this spectacle in our industry. Not our older, essentially, Michael Cole. Want to be alongside you, but I wouldn't be here today. I would honor to be alongside you. Tonight, obviously, there wasn't any gentlemen in the ring. Logan Paul and LA guys like the Usos, guys like Roman Reigns and CM Punk and Reigns. We're going to be a part of WrestleMania and Cody Rhodes and everyone to Mania this year. Looking at the Usos, who you look at last performed as a team at WrestleMania. They once had a record 639 for 22 games. As tag team champions, the greatest tag team in history.
In the tag from Los Angeles, commentating partner, Vaquer, weighing in pounds, for 240 nights.
I talked to him earlier today, Wade. LA Knight, he is licking his chops tonight. The group that will get into the ring against Division sent him through a calm in December. He was eliminated with a tsunami back at the end of LA Knight was by Logan Paul. So much history back at the Elimination Chamber match between LA Knight and Division.
Yes, falsity, and if you're going to get even on so much hatred, so much animal, any form of rivalry as LA Knight and Division, especially one that runs as deep as you're doing right here at Wrestle.
Until this week, you got a fight with Podcast Mania. And wait, how fired up was Jey Uso? Killicam, after being disrespected, that's the emotion running respected by him on his podcast during WrestleMania week.
Kind of similar to LA Knight attacking a certain IShowSpeed a couple of weeks ago. This thing has crossed no speed on his live stream to all kinds of media.
It's presented by Ram. In this match tonight is nothing stops Ram. matchup to kick off wrestling. Very emotional, very personal Mania tonight. We're so glad you could join us. PN2 in the States. It's here live on ESPN.
And the opponents, the team of from the World Tag IShowSpeed Team Champions, Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and the Vision.
Involved in this situation inadvertently. But first IShowSpeed didn't even want to be got involved, causing the Usos the tag time. Sort of bought it. We see Sean Trent knock down LA Knight, but he's leading with the Vision over the past crowd experience. Now, a couple of weeks, but let's talk about IShowSpeed, great athlete, the match in WWE. Know that. However, he only has one was last year's Royal Rumble match, second back at WrestleMania 40. Match he lasted 56. My model, we got
No, I mean, it's been an absolute failed by Orton.
so not a great trap of this.
Disaster for IShowSpeed, WWE ring. I mean, who can forget it? Anytime he's got anywhere near a gun getting broken in half in that, but you're right, he's in way over his particular Royal Rumble that you mentioned, but he's hurt tonight, and he beats his tag partners here in the Vision to lean on the experience of Austin Theory, and of course, the now India competing Logan Paul, 5-time WrestleMania, like it or not, he is IShowSpeed. Anytime he's got anywhere with disaster for near a WWE ring in that particular Royal Rumble. I mean, who can forget him getting broken in half? You mentioned, but you're right. He's in needs to lean on the way over his head tonight. An experience of his tag partners here. Of course, the now 5-time on the Vision, Austin Theory, and a WrestleMania competing. He is a veteran of this. Logan Paul, like it or not,
IShowSpeed just like he's Logan Paul beat AJ Superman. But to your point, Styles last year, he has 3 Mania.
sometimes
At WrestleMania,
the spotlight just brings out the
Austin Theory, remember what he did
in certain performers.
like a few years back in WrestleMania. He also, when he beat John Cena at a ladder match for the tag titles, where Theory's got some experience as well. He won at WrestleMania 40.
Yes, indeed, and this is a very far more laser focused, different version of Austin Theory. Was put the nonsense to one side. Thanks. It's of course the Paul Heyman and the Vision.
Of course, the Vision, Paul and Fear marched to win the World Tag Team, where he knocked off the Usos back at the end of the titles. Thanks to IShowSpeed. And the Usos with a double, so that leads IShowSpeed. Super kick, wipes out the Vision to start things off with
Well, the game plan with
LA Knight. There's some beef here.
was in right from the start and right off the bat. The man who's caused himself. This is the man they really want any problems over the past several. Let's see what you got.
And IShowSpeed with a
It's nowhere to hide now, Speed.
side headlock to control LA Knight momentarily.
I'll tell you right now, that is
Dead in the early going.
I'll tell you A1 wrestling school stuff. He may struggle, however, if this gets any more, we're starting to see that athleticism. IShowSpeed, it could be game over.
Well, he's showing off a bit. LA the athleticism when it comes to Knight made him pay. Again, you see IShowSpeed, no doubt about that.
Benefit in that ring is Logan. It's a huge
wow.
It's a huge Paul now gets clocked to the outside. Speed! But
And now by Speed.
he's been learning, but don't take your I'm sure he's been paying attention. Whatever. Eye off the megastar.
Truly celebrate when it comes. You know, you can't bring to WWE.
No match was IShowSpeed, and certainly not against everyone off a body slam. So on the caliber of an LA Knight.
Now into the ring is IShowSpeed. LA Knight bringing Logan Paul. Speed retreated. And again, LA Knight with quite the bouncing Paul off the top turnbuckle. History with the Vision. The official in the warning, LA Knight is in this matchup. Ryan Tran stomps away and Logan Paul in the corner.
The adrenaline is running high for and that's part of the issue here at WrestleMania. Everyone, not least of course the competitive rules.
And again, main event
Is in the ring, you have to pay attention.
Jey Uso who last when he won the World Heavyweight Championship here at WrestleMania, shocked the world with a win over the ring general Seth Rollins. Gunther, who we'll see later on tonight, announced with double team by the Usos.
So much instant chemistry, fluid as water. Street with the Usos.
Covered by Jim at 2.
Together since
He hooks the leg and Logan kicks out.
That is why they are unsurprised with
4 wins at WrestleMania.
passed in the tag ranks here at WWE
As a tag team. Of course, the Usos are second-generation stars. They're appeared in WrestleMania with Father Rikishi.
tag there and the tag it all behind his back. Jimmy Uso did not see that.
And now Austin, attitude and all. Small Theory.
You added move that was from Austin Theory. Up in the hammer at exactly the right time. Laying in wait. Drop.
Here comes Logan Paul. Tag made. Did you say something about a match?
Body slam.
Body slam. Did you win by a power slam? Did you forget Hogan and Andre at WrestleMania 3?
Oh, the great memory. Followed up by a leg drop. You ain't beating me right at the
Television.
start. Later on in the show when I'm tired, mate.
Logan and James Man. Well, it's a joint memory. I'll tell you, Theory has become a chief division under the tutelage of Paul. Says he used to let the Heyman. He calls himself the pressure. Pressure get to him. Now he feeds off of pressure.
Logan Paul loves it, and if IShowSpeed using Logan Paul's career, Speed's going to get anywhere in this game. As the blueprint would be a pretty smart thing to do. That was smart in a sense from Speed. Too long thinking it over there, and he listened to the veterans.
Just you don't have a lot of matches.
Pull it off a touch quicker.
But again, when you're going to think, right? You're not just going
Automatically for IShowSpeed, and it really do it. Nothing is automatic. As shown from the off in this one, he knows off crisply against the best how to do the moves, but pulling us. A very different equation.
He's himself to be among the best. And now Logan Paul, who is in WWE Social Media Tag Team Champions, full-time superstar, turned world WWE Superstar now.
Let's face it, he's one hell of a boxer too.
Body shots delivered to Jimmy.
One of the biggest right hands in the game. Jimmy using here in WWE. So has been knocked for 6 in the corner.
Got a titanium plate in it. And not to forget that right hand is. And now, Jimmy Uso, top rope, takes out Paul. Corkscrew moonsault, but then down.
Is a pivotal moment for here on both teams. Who can make the first man into this? First, who can get a foot?
Jey Uso trying to wrap a tag. Huge rally his brother Jimmy to the corner to make it important in the match. This could be where it's one man make the tag. And now Jey Uso all lost. On both and Austin Theory. Many months now. These two have been at each other from. Got caught. Show. Now, caught a bit, but Jey lands on his feet. Cover. Off the ropes. On Austin just rolled out of the way. It's able to break things. And then, and Logan Paul's up, but Theory just moving out of the way. Moments up. Red suplex by Paul. Clearly may have cost Jey the match.
That's great instincts there from Logan. He's so good inside that ring, and Logan Paul, people might not like him, but he's getting better.
Well, this one's Theory with a big left hand.
Breaking down in a big way now.
Jey Uso first into the post, back into the ring, and set shoulder.
Could be the end of Jey Uso right there.
Super kick.
Shoulder.
IShowSpeed trying to get out of harm's way. Not gonna happen. It is!
Nice head scissors there from celebrating too hard. IShowSpeed, but again,
went for the DFT to Paul.
A smart reversal there.
Speed just sent Knight in.
From Speed saved himself and the match received a weight up.
Speed did that on purpose, Wayne.
They did not, however, that's not how Austin
Hit the rope!
Theory saw it.
Do you into that? Come on! Wow! Hit the rope!
Theory! Into Speed! BF cover by Knight! And then the Usos win!
Here are your winners!
Now that is a major victory after that belt sat well with the Vision and EFT, but in a handbasket because things went to hell. IShowSpeed simply, well, he was being bullied, didn't execute the plan correct by the mention.
You can't believe it. You have one job.
There's that tattoo he's talking about. Bam. Plate in the right hand.
This is one job. Austin's Mania. And you ruined it.
I mean, IShowSpeed like this. I mean, he was really does not deserve to be trying to tag up with Paul and Austin tonight. You know where we Hall, in theory, of the Vision for this, I think it's going to make Speed pay some more.
You're losing at this level, Daryl. You know as well as I do when it consequences. And IShowSpeed has to learn that. The hard way. This is just a mugging. Now a vicious assault.
You said that right.
Logan Paul's got those crazy
Paul calling Speed a moron.
eyes. He came here tonight to rest, not in front of the eyes of the win. He does not accept losses. And IShowSpeed.
Paul's going to want top looking for Paul for break. Well, wait, I think. So meanwhile, Jey Uso. 1-2. Sends Paul into the rope. And low floor. Logan Paul sent to the. Come here.
Unlikely saver.
You good? You good?
That is now in the thick of the lines for IShowSpeed. It's dead.
No way.
This may get ugly here.
The Usos encouraging to climb up to the top. IShowSpeed as LA Knight holds it.
Go to his speed.
Logan Paul down on the table.
It's a long way.
And Logan Paul is out. The Usos Speed, and that had to feel good. Celebrating with IShowSpeed after he was fully throughout this match.
Didn't feel good. He'll enjoy watching it right by the vision. I promise you it did it back. But that was incredible. And even more so, incredibly painful for IShowSpeed. You can pull if they have a quick whip.
And now it's 7. Celebration time. Speed, years. And well, IShowSpeed, welcome to WrestleMania. Look at the height, the top of the ring post, front, incredible. Coming through the air, Speed through Logan Paul, through the IShow splash, table, a WrestleMania.
Absolutely insane
Moment for Speed.
What a thing to attempt. But if you're right here at WrestleMania, to WrestleMania, on the eyes of the IShowSpeed. Further on you, that's on us.
Jimmy, Jay, what's it like being one of the greatest tag teams of all time?
Well, right there. What did that say? Oh, yeah. Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's first bow. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Have a guys.
As far as Snickers Saturday.
is their huge WWE tight end, George Kittle, here tonight. With the Detroit lock. There you go. Lions. Jameer Gibbs is here in the house for WrestleMania. And a big WWE fan. How about Tyree and the Pacers here in Joe Halliburton from the Indian WrestleMania. You don't do Ultron. So why can't we get one of those? And also for ESPN, Stephen Ames for WrestleMania. Smith in the house.
The following is an unmatched. There are no sanctioned match. Disqualifications. No win is by pinfall countouts. The only way to win or submission. To help liable for damage WWE will not be his or injuries. Introducing first, from Sacramento, California, 209 weighing in, he will pass the world, shake Samoan world,
Wade, back down the hatches.
Wow, so much hatred, so much... Oh, this is going to be malignant contempt. These two superstars has been built up between the way to get this done is in opening, saying do whatever you want, unsanctioned fashion, talk to each other. We can't control liable. How about it? Troll you. We will not be happy in front of the eyes of the world.
Go back in time to revisit the history. McIntyre has gone back in time. Jacob Fatu. In the time Jacob Fatu has talked about how he spent behind bars in prison. He's changed. It's about his family now. He is a werewolf ready to win out. It's about his wife and his kids. Titles at WWE. But if Drew McIntyre wants to, he said last night, Wade, the old Jacob Fatu back for one night, he's gonna get him. It's brought to you by Chumba Casino. In this match tonight, step into the ring, play hundreds of games and smash boredom. Let's jump. Free casino-style game. All gas, nope. An unsanctioned match race. You have to finish. Was made for Jim.
Well, certainly a lot of work of Fatu. Moving, but there must be some Vegas for both of these competitors too, right here in Las Vegas. Knowing full word by both men who have held the damage that will be incapable of the highest levels of violent savagery.
weighing 85 pounds, for 200 Drew.
Now we know Drew McIntyre. Down and dirty with the media. He knocked off Damien Festival last year at WrestleMania Greece in a thin. Today McIntyre has no city street fight and rules to follow except to win the match. and get a pinfall or a submission. This is a Drew McIntyre weeks ago walking into WrestleMania, who was fully intent to be winning as WWE the window-winning Austin to Cody Rhodes champion. That went out of thanks in large part of one Samoan to the arrival mid-match werewolf, and that is why Drew McIntyre on taking the werewolf. McIntyre is laser focused. Don't forget, Jacob Fatu still down his throat last year. Why did Wayne's this man kicking his teeth? McIntyre do that because she was falsely. Oh, look at that! Jacob Fatu, Lucy Liver in this unsanctioned match is under time, going after Drew McIntyre. Away, bouncing McIntyre off the pin, unhinged. Jacob Fatu, barricade, and here comes. The referee has very little in a 3 count or accept a sub he needs to do in this match, other than count this year, and I would not blame him until he needs to close in. But they are well clear of these two. McIntyre driven into the new. He says, I'm the long ring post by Jacob Fatu. Stealing scraps. I'm a werewolf on the hunt. And that werewolf looks rather bad cold. That's exactly what you're going to right now. Capture McIntyre to get the upper hand early. Dangerous out here at ringside early. In this one. There's Jacob Fatu now. The ring completely legal. Getting a table into one of the rules of an unsanctioned match. All this made this unsanctioned, so you like the fact that WWE could not be whatsoever. You could have put a bunch of rules. Rival. Well, he had no choice. It was in place. You could have made as is standard in WWE. Oh, this was an official match. These two are going to throw it out the window. And it wasn't that long ago. McIntyre got suspended. Don't forget it was bended for taking out a referee in the ring right now. Wait up with a claymore. I've just noticed it's actually the then Jacob Fatu in the box. That is PTS now. Unloading a McIntyre. And I'll tell you what, McIntyre remembers CM Punk. You see McIntyre backing off here. Punk inside Hell in a Cell. McIntyre had 17 stitches, box and tools where McIntyre to his skull. And now McIntyre's, or maybe not. We're almost out. Looking to use the toolbox. Ended the career return McIntyre in his life. Oh, and my goodness. Wants to see another toolbox again in his Fatu with the steel injuries on the back of his head, bouncing off. There's no let up whatsoever. A North. Still there be from McIntyre. It's kill or be kill. Fatu, both the front and back now, and Jacob off his head, getting smashed into the steel of that ring frame. Jacob Fatu, slowly, just like this, had McIntyre on his heel. McIntyre has turned and prides himself on being the most vicious tables. McIntyre, this man in WWE in several years, if anyone can match it, and he's shown that over the past couple, it is Jacob Fatu. Let Fatu out, but he's driven. McIntyre on his spine first into the possess by both of these men. So much raw power, so much durability. Did you hear that? And McIntyre, did you hear the thud when chest of Jacob McIntyre collapsed the Fatu? Now using thrown handed to him by his own. The phone to his advantage, brother who flew here, WWE Championship. To watch McIntyre compete for the why McIntyre is so ironic. When he got involved in selfies and social media, didn't he learn a couple of years ago media after he won the world title? He just tweeted something. Go check that out. WrestleMania, what happened to him? Well, it looks like that now as McIntyre continues more weapons of war. And he uses assault. Again, that lucky wrench kick with an explosive clothesline. Oh, and Fatu. Shows you how quickly someone like Jacob found an assault levied at him so far to bounce back from the car. Raised eyes. It is a freakish ability. And there's the running senton ability. But Jacob, a whirlwind of torture. Fatu possesses. Third WrestleMania, Jacob Fatu. Last year, when the United States champion. Championship. Now it has Drew McIntyre constipated. This underestimated. Not easy. Great Umaga. The Samoan one. Paying homage and McIntyre. And look at this. Fatu. Pop. Covered by Fatu.
be clear, Drew McIntyre just as 280 pounds threw him up in the air and caught. And Jacob Fatu caught him with ease. Let's take another. Jacob Fatu popped him. Well, look at this. From in the air, caught on the way with that Samoan drop. It's back down and driven down hard.
This is just the second in WrestleMania Unsanctioned match history. Remember when Seth nearly 10 years ago, Rollins beat Triple H.
And Glasgow Kiss there, just coming in, swinging the stick, about saving McIntyre when it was Jacob Fatu. And every shot is as lethal. Quickly this one can turn around, where Ed is what we've seen.
With the Glasgow, McIntyre has used it. Kiss, very lethal to his advantage so many times over the McIntyre almost ran into his own chair. Years, and Fatu now reverses his cut with a back elbow.
Put the brakes up. Both men, oh, just in the nick of time. Starting to drag a little here and fake.
Now McIntyre
pass first into that steel ring post.
And up and over goes Jacob, entering the zone here. Fatu, and now Drew McIntyre seems like
McIntyre just pissed off. Fatu is like tasting your own medicine. He got thrown up in the air by Fatu. And I got some power too, Fatu.
He probably wasn't the only reason. He's always pissed off, Wade. I mean, that
bitter, unpredictable, on scoring a major predictable and held victory here in front of the wall.
gonna fly over the top. And the big man taking out Fatu, dropping it in there.
Just bounces McIntyre. He's tossing up immediately, knowing full abuse.
And now
well, you've got to double down on this
McIntyre looking for the.
Knowing full well you've got to double, just bouncing up immediately down on this abuse.
Whoa. And now McIntyre looking for the deck. Able to get underneath. And the claymore, Jacob. And McIntyre now.
Skull first into that steel chair and wait out.
To McIntyre. Back down. McIntyre, I'm not sure anyone has any moonsaults.
Well, take a look at her
Kicked out of Fatu's.
first of all, McIntyre putting in Fatu, but just when he'd eaten the seat all on the line and connecting with Hill head first, followed all, that is a signature up by this double jump moonsault Fatu's. Everyone who's tasted until right now at WrestleMania has been beaten. And McIntyre staying alive, maybe dangerously.
Well, the Legion Stadium joining this 50,000 tonight and enjoying this matchup on internationally and out back in ESPN2 and Netflix Island for the lunch to the back of the net.
Logan here and now going to T. Just kneecapping his opponent with a rough edge of that range.
Part of this match. And again, you said it at the start. Trying to take out the eye.
Oh, it's unsanctioned, Cole.
I fought two here.
And this is what.
There's so much disdain, pure violence between so much hatred as two men.
About to say, Drew McIntyre has found the second men starting to drag, but to win at exactly the right time.
Each and every time we see McIntyre in action, he's a machine. There's no doubt about it. He's more and more impressed with what this
Greatest in history to come from the
man can accomplish.
Well, maybe the British Isles, and I don't say that again, and he's only getting better. Finally, but he proves it time and time again.
And now with a steel chair set up, and Fatu through the chair. McIntyre looking for a suplex. There's cover by McIntyre. Oh, and a kick out of the McIntyre. I'd say Fatu there is he didn't
cut like a glancing blow to the back line
with both of those chairs.
Yeah, which will be incredibly painful to the spine like McIntyre in Temple. It's certainly not going to shoot it.
And notice who the official is in this match. Quite the history with Drew McIntyre. Dan Engler, who's had a McIntyre. And again,
oh no! Well, we saw something similar.
Oh no! He just took the belt
a couple of weeks ago. McIntyre whipping the hell out of Jake on SmackDown. McIntyre, a man he calls an looking at humiliating once a reformed convict. Down at WrestleMania.
Is set. Fatu. The leather belt is slowly making his way back to McIntyre. Just a super kick, drops. Too much glee in the eyes of McIntyre. Waited a beat too long. McIntyre there did not pounce when he. And you can't do that with the McIntyre trying to crawl toward the belt. And a chair in his spine. You saw but Fatu with another spine. It's the kidneys that get huge chair. It's not just the threaded, and it may be payback time. Jacob's goal. I don't think he's giving it back down. Fatu! Two is unleashed. Did you hear the strike? Swade, just absolute aim of McIntyre, maybe shatter key in that ring, and the front here. Baines, brain just shot, Bane coursing through his butting up, and once again, McIntyre, who's knocked off. And two going back to that toolbox. Rock and Seth and Priest, and took a little too much time. Oh, Claymore! Jay Claymore, going McIntyre. Oh, and that was a weak. Fatu kicks out. Kick out incredibly as biggest weapon, the club from Drew McIntyre, the one that does all the damage. Received was a slow count here. And now he's blaming the official for what he... Both been so blinded by times to launch vicious attack. Hatred has simply taken too long, and their opponents have countered on their biggest moves, and now they are both kicked out. Where the hell do you go from here? Wrestler Jacob Fatu. WrestleMania Saturday is under Drew McIntyre. Unsanctioned match. Fatu, dragging McIntyre down, looking to gain the upper hand. Headbutts down the mat. They look at Jacob Fatu go. These two, who has the biggest We're about to learn a lot about appetite for warfare. His hopes are fading rapid. Somebody, Lee, who can dig the deepest? And Jacob Fatu now set up a table against you tonight for the first hour of wrestling. Thank you for joining us on ESPN WrestleMania. The rest of the show will continue ESPN app. Part of the Unlimited in just a few moments over on the ESPN plan as Jacob Fatu now as he sends him face first into now. Looks to take McIntyre out of the table. And that swaggering confidence of Drew McIntyre's point. Feels like a long time ago at this. Goodness, way to cut. McIntyre's just the elbow of McIntyre. Body simply will not cooperate with back in those fingers. He's got bigger problem at this point. Trying to get some feeling. Bunch of them fingers coming up here though. McIntyre thrown on the table. And then Jacob Fatu looks to tilt and McIntyre off the table to take the slow climb to the top of the chair. Bounced off the face of opportunity. And now McIntyre with an opportunity. Exactly what you've got to do is his guard. And there's hope you've got to wait until your opponent drops enough left in the tank to do something. McIntyre just something like this. And now McIntyre, up here on ringside. McIntyre may have. Now Fatu exactly where he's landing that was. And it watched him. What a devastating is now all in the hands of McIntyre. Time to put this one to bed. Fatu just McIntyre again stalks, trying to roll out of harm's way. As his man looks for the Claymore, runs into, and another one by Fatu. A super kick by Fatu. Drops McIntyre. Just in from Fatu, and once again Lynch's credible bounce back ability, throwing with intent. Right off is that toolbox. Goal McIntyre, who made the out. Jacob Fatu, so is your winner, the Eric Bowen, as violent as it was expected. And praise Jacob Fatu, look at him up in his eye as a fuck on what
And in volatile as they come, century matchup that was to somehow, somewhat way simply outlasting the abuse. Both men absolutely McIntyre. The volume of it was something to behold.
Said he was going to go back in time. Think of Fatu for one night.
Now we go there. This is the moment McIntyre,
And boy, did he ever.
I thought he had this thing won. Crashing through a table. Fall to the outside. Crashing down hard. He's on to get his opponent back in the ring. As McIntyre has at this point, he's not his way. Jacob Fatu, but once again, McIntyre's to return it around. That Tory haunted him, and it's simply a 1-2 whammy. No way back from this. Massive moonsault through the Jacob Fatu. The table, what a victory for
Jacob Fatu. The Kingdom puts to rest, known as Drew McIntyre. Jacob Fatu in this unsanctioned match. Too impressive here tonight against the Scottish Warriors. If this finally closes for McIntyre, and you have to wonder the book on what has been a vicious rivalry. A long,
well, for the safety of these, but Fatu going onwards and on two men, I certainly hope so. Onwards from here, always said to him of his family, but it's to be the #1 representative claim the top goal here, where all options are on. Where does Fatu's career go from the table, but for McIntyre, swallow, and it's going to take a long, this is going to be a bitter pill to a long time to get over this one.
we're off for Jacobs. The handcuffs of Fatu tonight in an age of WrestleMania. Ladies and gentlemen, impressive win on the grandstand in the States. We would love the show presentation of WrestleMania's. Thank you for joining us for this first Saturday on ESPN2. Or to the ESPN app. We invite you now to head over to the Unlimited Plan Reunion, featuring the matches. You can catch the rest of WrestleMania. You see on your screen now. It Rhodes, Randy Orton, including our main event. Cody, the undisputed WWE. Congratulations to JB title. We'll see you on the other side. Up, Fatu. Here, tried, tested, proven, legendary. We're inside Allegiant Stadium tonight for WrestleMania WWE. When this Saturday, there is our own W join the festivities and incredible overhype at WrestleMania. 50,000 here tonight. And it has been quite the story. We had the two great matches here to WrestleMania, which is on ESPN2. And now we have Netflix and, of course, in the United States. Welcome everyone in international on the ESPN app. Michael Cole. Going to get to all that in a moment. The first Wade Barrett, we still got plenty more to come. Let's check with our Spanish Curry soda. Marcelo Rodriguez and
gracias por acompañarnos por esta emoción. Hola amigos, gracias. Cabal de WrestleMania y en esta vez en español aquí con nosotros. Así que gracias. ¿Qué le pertenece a todos ustedes? Tú estás por existir. Bienvenido.
I do it for the rest of the night at WrestleMania. Let's get here tonight. Plenty of action on Saturday. On tap at WrestleMania. We have the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Or the champion. Sorry about that, championship. Stephanie Rhodes is the Women's World Champion here, and Liv Morgan go for one-on-one here tonight.
And 6 months out with a shoulder injury for Seth freaking Rollins. And this is the merciless, but right back in at the deep ring general night.
Okay, I'm so excited getting ahead of myself.
They go one-on-one to the
now. We can talk about tonight here in Las Vegas, and that is what's coming up a little bit later on, of course, for the Women's Intercontinental to beat Becky Lynch for a 4th championship. AJ Lee looks time, perhaps a 4th time with it here tonight. The Black Widow, that takes place.
And Mentor versus Student Viper, 14-time world champ versus QB1. versus the current versus Cody Rhodes, WWE Champ Randy Orton. That is our main event. Like Pat McAfee may wander on tonight. And of course, I'll make his presence known.
The following four-way match is a fatal match for the WWE Team Champion Women's Tag Team Champ. Each team will be legal at all. One member from all times. The first for submission will be the team to score a pinfall declared the winners and team champions. The Women's Tag introducing first the team of Bliss and Charlotte.
Alexa and Charlotte only to pull off those outfits. Looking to win back the former tag team champion gold here tonight. Flair, of course, has become Charlotte Flair synonymous with WrestleMania 30 over the years. When she beat Asuka in the Empress of Tomorrow. She to end the record undefeated streak. Beat Rhea Ripley back at Mania 38, of course, weighing at 36. Ronda Rousey, the history-making WrestleMania. Ronda Rousey and Becky with 35. For Charlotte Flair, Lynch will be a part of the first WrestleMania. Double women's match to main event.
Just so we're clear, both of those outfits. Let's go. I think you could go on. Move on because we've got two tops here at WrestleMania. Lars who know all about hitting top to win that tag gold once.
And this match tonight is brought to you by Star Wars Returns to the Big Screen, The Mandalorian, and Grogu. Experience Star Wars the May 2nd, only in theaters. Mandalorian and Grogu, May 20th, and IMAX. Alexa Bliss, the tag team title. Back at Mania 36,
Bayley. Next, the team of and Lyra.
Kelly got what she wanted.
Valkyria.
An opportunity to once again, Wade, Becky Lynch would be a part of WrestleMania. Remember, why find out later? With a tag trail, Keith would replace her to team with Lyra Valkyria, taking her out of WrestleMania, Valkyria, to win the tag team gold.
And of course, Becky Lynch was a short, she would previously attacked Bayley then before these two got back together, went on to attack Lyra and smooth things over, and now getting the gold here, launching an assault on fight at WrestleMania.
Bayley, skeptical. Of course, Valkyrie has 3 wins in this great WrestleMania 40, which would be the WWE Women's Trio Sky to win the championship.
WWE Women's Tag. They are the WWE Champions in Lash Legends, Nia Jackson, the Irresistibles.
And both Nia and Lash
Symbol Force
legend paid homage to WWE Hall of Famers, Axe and Smash legends. Brand new WWE Demolition for induction ceremony last night. Yeah, for just a very emotional.
From one powerhouse duo to a... And here comes the Lasher number. Here comes the Nia, the reigning tag WWE White Team champs here for the women in an unstoppable power.
Titles back at the end of February.
House duo they make.
Yeah, they won the tag by knocking off Rhea Ripley and as a team. Io Sky undefeated.
As a formidable as you could possibly imagine, physical, a pair of foes, best zero physical weight of assets. This is on a hell of a lot. And damn, they look good tonight in the desert.
Rest of the night
Ready to sparkle here.
Bliss looking on. Nia knocked off Alexa Bliss and Jackson, quite the rivalry, and back to WrestleMania to win the world title.
I tried really hard, you guys, and unfortunately I couldn't overcome this injury at Elite Clear today and Bree's WrestleMania moment, and I wasn't about to ruin it. So to take an old friend, my place, I called...
She's paid to WWE has returned.
Oh man. I don't think we ever thought that welcome back we would see the day. Paige.
Hall of Famer, Nikki, accompanied by WWE Bella, the Team of, and Paige Brie Bella.
Fellas and Paige are no secret of all-time friends. But anyone knew Paige, there's no way was going to be here at WrestleMania.
The all goes out to Nikki Bella, who's from Mania. Oh man, yes, now puts it back into it. Eyes. And what a major signature shot in the arm. Being given a gift by this audience who are trapped here with the return of Paige.
In tremendous age. They're shaped here tonight. The Shield team with Reba as part of this Fatal 4-Way team titles match for the women's tag. And I'm just looking up some giveaway. We'll go ahead with your point. Doing some research real quickly.
I was going to say the entire UK was just right now. I know it's late there. Jumping out of their couch. I'm sure you're buzzing with any famous Night Dynasty energy. Thanks for the return of Paige. Got to be over there. Well, she's back.
And apparently, I believe this is
she's coming for the gold.
And this is Paige's first in more than 8 years time in a WWE ring. Paige across her debut as Lash Legend starts things off. Who made her main run now against Brie Bella. Bailed in the ring at one time. First team to get in this as well, and so is Alexa Bliss. 4 with a pinfall of submission will win the tag titles. Debut, remember, against AJ Lee. Meanwhile, Paige made her main roster the Intercontinental champion when she was
in at the top and straight back
in a championship.
Straight at the top for Paige, and of course in this tag partner. And now McIntyre, you can only tag your own. The most of that are the irreverent.
Lash Legend has
irresistible forces. Oh geez,
it's been so impressive and incredible.
How can these two fail? Let's be
since teaming with Nia Jax.
Be honest, two powerhouses that are it's basically 4 against 2 are both worth double every time they're in tag match.
I still can't stop in this match, Wayne.
Oh man, this place is
Going into the apron. Paige is actually
exploded. She gets down.
oh, cross body, and the Queen. Oh, Charlotte Flair with a hot down. Sends Nia Jax out of the ring. Delivers a chop to Bray. You talk about Paige. Remember, you see Charlotte Flair and back at NXT with Paige, PCB, and look at this. Charlotte and Becky were part of that team. Bella hooking up Charlotte, who kicks out.
Yeah, matchups with the rules like this. Here's the problem: he's got a four-way, always giving the opponents flying in ever. You'll have your rules about you every time you go for a move, a pin, whatever.
Bella using Lyra wiping out Valkyria as a weapon, and then Bray.
How much does this affect used to teaming? Obviously, it's great you've got Paige, but you are a twin sister.
I'm looking back again in time here, and some kicks now to Charlotte, and Brie Bella delivers the yes. Lyra actually teamed with Bray. Paige with Brie 4 years ago. Oh, WrestleMania kickoff showing him. Oh, step up in Zaguri.
There's a tag team, but you'll take. That's not a particularly deep resin. Whatever you can get at this point, like into gear very, very quick. Gonna have to clear here, and that's tough to do when you've got 9 bar.
And a tag made, and
Nia Jax rearranging your
legend now legal.
How many people that is the future of the women of everything about Lash legend for this division like that, and that's why they're taking this war by storm. There's a small example of exactly home since arriving.
Choke slam right onto there with a big loop, drops Nia to the floor. The 8 with Bayley. Charlotte Flair. Lash legend.
Well, that Charlotte is absolutely brilliant. Has all the
boot to Charlotte.
Experience in the war, but there's so little like Lash legend you can do against someone with a frame and who knows how to use it. Using those veteran Wiles now is Charlotte Flair, a fresh Alexa Bliss in there for a time. And smartly tagging out Gunther.
And now Bliss T delivered to Lash legend. Oh, and a TD. Now Lyra Valkyria,
high flies and a former
Valkyria back into the fray.
Valkyria, Continental champion in WWE. This is smart. Once you've got Lash WWE2, now picking up the pace and get out of the ring, do whatever you can.
Now Bayley and Lyra with a freak
on your opponents and capitalize.
Tags. Double team come. And Bayley delivers the opening. Backbreaker. Go to Bliss.
Ding dong, you idiot.
Wake up. The near fall. And Lash legend goes.
Lash was down, but certainly 9 to break up that pin. Oh, got out and poised at the right time.
Fingertips away from a partner.
Like Paige before Lash legend who knows how to use it. Using those. Veteran Wiles now is tagging out, getting the fresh Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, and smartly in there for a go.
And now DDT delivered to Lash Bliss. Oh, and a legend. Now
Valkyria, one of the greatest high flyers with
Lyra Valkyria back into the fray.
Former Intercontinental champion, in up the pace, and this is smart. Watching WWE2, now you've got Lash legend out of the ring, doing everything capitalize.
Now Bayley and Lyra,
you can on your opponents.
With the frequent tags. And Bayley, double team coming. Backbreaker. Delivers the elbow to Bliss. Ding legend gonna break up.
Don't, you idiots.
And Lash fall.
Well, Lash was down, but at the right time to break up that pin. Certainly not out and poised.
Oh, fingertips away. Lash legend intercepts and sent from her partner Paige before her to the corner.
And how much would Lash turn a Paige by preventing her from even? Legend love to spoil this with getting tagged in, get this one fit.
I was going to say, Paige hasn't even been in this match
before Paige can even enter.
Good job. Nikki tries to Bliss now, and Lyra Valkyria gonna roll the crowd on. Let's double team Brie.
It's all about attack opponents, but keep your loose alliances in this one. Wits at you about you. These things
so confident. Should
never last long.
And now Lash legend scores her way in here.
Really doing her thing. Bougie.
They're sending Bliss and Lyra to the mat. Perched on the top rope. Meanwhile, Brie, missile drop hit by Brie.
A lot out of Brie, 4 women. Absolute bullseye out of that, taking it down. Fresh partners now entering into this match. On the apron, demanding entry.
Gotta tag your own partner. On herself to Bayley. Tag. Lyra trying to remain. Here comes Nia Jax. Bayley in as well. Here comes Charlotte Flair. Charlotte with his
Number one there by Nia Jax.
a big boot.
Right, so now that intolerable over.
Here comes Paige.
What the world's been
Champion. Paige taking it to
waiting for.
the two-time Venus Nia. You know, NXT Women's Champion. Hook up Bayley here. The official suplex.
Paige is looking better.
Paige now sent out to the apron. Lash Legend gets caught by a kick. Legend wearing Legend edge now. Bringing a well-placed knees to mount.
Just a step ahead. Tiger's Paige. What has she cooked out of the competition since that up here?
Coming back. Lyra Valkyria. Paige now off the top rope. Crossbody. Comes through.
Beautiful. Ace Lyra.
Lyra looking for Nightwing. Paige able to counter.
Paige scrambling out at exactly the wrong.
Corona. Is it enough to put her away? Bayley. Turning back. And a breaking things up is the cloth with a Paige turn. And that was Samoan dropped by Nia Jax.
And the right time. This is championship. That's just going on a tear at the time now. Looking to retire out on ahead. But to not pay the goal there and don't prepaid.
Nia go down. Lash Legend from behind. They're going to hook up. Got Lyra for a last extension hit. Cover. Paige and Charlotte
Was game over for Lyra Valkyria.
would break it up.
And they needed to because they kept the match alive.
They were teammates many years
For themselves.
I mentioned these 2 years ago at NXT. We're going to get to clear the ring and make this one-on-one. Teenage rivals. Two women. And then let us
Smashing game-changing
evolution.
embarrassing queens of the industry. Throwing down.
Now Paige trying to get the big shot by Charlotte. Her hand on Charlotte. Looking for the 15 cover. Cover. You ready? A kick out by Charlotte at 2.
That could be good. Paige looking
There's all selection.
right here, but gotta move quick. While the rest of the teams are down.
Probably yanking Charlotte out of the way. With Paige in trouble. Distracted. Nikki with the clutch. That's Nikki. Nikki with the clutch. Twisted wrist. Paige got her knees up.
Pause was all it took for Paige to recover.
Paige, clear Paige. Paige and Blue. In the top titles.
Your winners, and you are new, the tag team WWE Women's is
What an emotional moment for Paige tonight.
While shock and all
Tag team gold
for the entire industry. And back at the Paige back where she belongs. Very tough. This is the moment. Of course, Cody taken out of the match. Nikki Bella got involved from the outside with that ankle injury. Now a tear with that crutch. Why Becky? Charlotte flipping out Flair, distracting Bliss. Cover. Bring up the knees on giving Paige enough time to this twisted Bliss. Moments later with this claim really make it count. Your DDT, Ram, tag champ, shockingly. Paige, and we have new Brie Bella
and won a championship.
Paige.
Paige on her debut in WWE. Over a decade ago. For the first time, and now she returned in 8 years. And what is gold?
Again, she do? She win? One of the most that you WWE and now 2K26 present Mania Wrestle.
Gentlemen, please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, your host of Mania
So much. Wow, I didn't expect that. Thank you. Sorry, long-time host. How am I doing so far? Long-time fan, long-time performer, first. It's undeniable that this year's road to WrestleMania chaos has been unpredictable from every side, both in and here, hell, even back the very there and out here, it has been vocal. Michael Cole, one could say was it polarizing? Now I see why I got the whole polarizing hosting gig. The moment I love the most. This is the most, especially on the road to WrestleMania. We're all in here for the same reason. Because we know to talk is up. The time is now. And to deliver it with one thing on our minds, and we are all here. Who tonight will still deliver? Step up and on. Ladies and it is such a great gentleman, and everyone in the world, one watching around, welcome to WrestleMania!
He blows his whistle. Egypt get the game underway. The front foot as João Mario plays it forward to Guerrero. He'll look to get a cross in, and Ronaldo shoots early on. Well, already less than 30 seconds into the game, we're already seeing just how attacking Portugal are likely to be for the Manchester City this season. Ball across to Ronaldo, a lovely flick. Back to Guerrero. Ronaldo, his first step over. And back to Guerrero, he remains onside. Ronaldo shoots, it's blocked. Club 2 and a bit years now. Long ball forward, looking for Salah. First involvement, but even he's not that quick. It's a lovely ball through to Cedric. Crosses it, looking for Ronaldo. Now João Moutinho. Ronaldo lays it off to him. Over to Mario. In the box to Guerrero, he cuts in, looks to poke it towards the Egypt forward shirt. Now here comes Salah. Arrived here tonight to much fanfare. You won't want to disappoint his fellow countrymen down. El Neni wants to cross it towards the back stick. It's kept in play, and the shot will come in. That's a good save from Beto. Danger still hasn't gone yet, but it went out of play for a goal kick. It was Abdallah Saeed, the man who poked the ball away, and that's really got the Egypt fans rocking. This man used to play El Neni. Fatu to Salah. Kuka. Salah will collect it. Ahmed Fardi's continued his run. Salah cuts inside though. He'll clip it into the box before the game this evening at right back. You would have thought he'd have the task of marking Ronaldo, but instead he's creating attacks instead. Salah gets into the box and shoots. Well, it's a little bit wild from the Liverpool man, but again, he causes so much panic in the Portugal defence when he picks the ball up, shifts it onto his left foot so quickly. Guerrero to Andre Silva. Cedric's making a run forward. Again, another cross into the box, and Andre Silva this time. Mario cuts inside. Ronaldo. Silva whips it in. It's for Ronaldo, it nearly drops to him. Mario punched away by the goalkeeper, not convincingly. Ronaldo. Once again, it's good defending from Egypt. Certainly have the appetite tonight. Ronaldo picks out Mario. Neves again, that's a good ball. And Andre Silva's kept himself onside, but he breaks into the box. And he's just stopped in his tracks. Ronaldo seeing more and more of the ball. Rafael. Salah. Neves over to Ronaldo. Nice take and then lovely feet. Back heels it to Guerrero. Cross into the box, volleyed by Silva. Blocked by Trezeguet. Ronaldo, out, Saeed, into Salah. Ronaldo breaks into the box, but just overruns himself slightly. Apologises to his teammates. Neves to Moutinho. Picks out Ronaldo. Silva's calling for it. Ronaldo shoots. Silva. Ronaldo. And that's been given as a back pass by Ahmed Fardi. He tried to cut out the pass from Ronaldo. Coutinho and Ronaldo. Ronaldo looks like he's going to absolutely pile drive this one. Delay over this free kick. Ronaldo blocked on the line. What a good clearance that was. And Ali Day of Iran and Ferenc Puskas. And Salah is flagged offside. Nearly broke away. Bruno Alves didn't. Held away by Gabba. Ronaldo. Made off to Neves, but that's a really wild. Ronaldo. Ronaldo brought down on the edge of the box by Tariq Kamad, who goes to pick him up. I think we all know what's going to happen. Ronaldo steps up. Blocked, and now Egypt can't counter-attack. Salah into Trezeguet, although lovely chest down by nicknamed Aloha, many major generals, career warming the Portugal bench on these occasions. Flicked on, and it's in the back of the net. Although it has been ruled out. The linesman on the far side has his flag up, and Portugal's joy is curtailed. And that really would have been a great way to mark his comeback to the international scene. But El Shenawi in goal, the back four of Ahmed Fadi, Ali Gaba, Ahmed Higazi, who indeed is on the ball now. To Salah. Now Fati. Ronaldo starting this. Aldeni. Ronaldo, lovely flick to Andre Silva. Coutinho. Through to Bernardo. Cedric. Ronaldo miscued his effort. His goal not enough. It's a 2-1 loss. Ronaldo keeps Andre Silva's ball in play. Fadi again. Ronaldo. Brought down by Fadi. He's going to go in the referee's notebook, the first of the evening. That golden generation era as Egypt come forward this time though. Salah, now with Saeed, back to Mo Salah! That's why he's regarded as the pharaoh of Egyptian football at the moment. He just cannot stop scoring at the minute. Not a lot of emotion from Hector Cooper, but he'll be delighted. Wonderful finish from Mohamed Salah. Good ball across from Abdallah Saeed, but to have the skill and composure to take that one first time from the edge of the box, he just guided it around Rolando. Bettering. Salah, so much pace. Finds Quaresma for his first involvement. It's a beautiful cross from Ricardo Quaresma outside of his right boot. No. Salah, the decibels. Rui Gomez. Good turn from Bernardo. Through towards Ronaldo. Ronaldo shoots. Parried away by Mohamed El Shenawi. A very acute angle for Ronaldo to shoot at. Comes to the edge of the box, and that's a great effort Rafael Guerreiro would have been an unlikely goal scorer for Portugal. Alves collects this one, and that's a good ball forward to Ronaldo. He didn't time his run correctly. Not offside comes from Ronaldo's lips, and he's got a point looking at the replay. Ronaldo turns quick, feeds one through to Gelson Martins, and well, his first touch of the evening, just to overrun the ball out of play. Martins lifts it into the box towards Quaresma. Quaresma shoots. Again, very assured goalkeeping from Mohamed El Shanawi. Now Ronaldo. Gomez. And again, Portugal stopped in the tracks by a very resilient Egypt defence, and Salah, well, the applause is doing him justice at the minute. It will be the end of the game for Mohamed Salah. The Egyptian Messi. Martins. Ronaldo. Into Goncalo Guedes. Elneny and Shikabala are there. It will be Shikabala to take it. Really good effort from him. Gomez. Ronaldo. Ronaldo again just pointing at his teammates to get into the box. There's only two of them there at the moment. Ronaldo with another chance. Bruno Fernandes, he'll shoot from the edge of the box. Parried up in the air by the goalkeeper. And then he just falls on the floor, clutching the ball. A wicket of normal time to go. Here is Ronaldo. Shikabala away.